the DVDs that we introduce is titled Jesus Saved Charles Bonhomme, Healed Etiel Dossou, Raised from the Dead Jean-Baptiste Moulaka. As you can see, it has 3 sections. The first one is about salvation, the second one is about healing from a deadly disease, and the third one is after Pastor Moulaka was several hours in a car underwater. They pulled his body totally stiff and dead, but many hours later he came back to life after having been to heaven and talking to Jesus. As you can see, this DVD will stretch your faith, will grow your faith, develop it, and help you build up a better relationship with God. Another DVD is titled Extreme Faith, Hearing from God. And in these many videos, Pastor Bonhomme relates stories where people have heard God's voice, in many cases audible voice. And these stories are instructive. These stories enlarge your vision and help you trust God for bigger and better things. Another faith building video is presented by the Christian Broadcasting Network. It's produced by them. It's titled A Life of Miracles, and they have several volumes, particularly volume 2, The Miracles Continue. And in this we have about 10 different people telling what God has done for them. Don Piper, Back from Heaven; Irene Phillips, Loved and Set Free; Bob and Annie Arthur, No Longer Afraid; Kathy Sieg, Miracle of Provision; John Stockton, Protection at Sea; John Jackman, Heavenly Diagnosis; Lindsay O'Connor, Young Mother Healed; Cindy Asmus, Stealing Parkinson's; Wendy Moore, Healed of ALS; and number 10, Ronald Wyman's I Shall Not Die But Live. We encourage you to get those DVDs and to see them until your faith is strong and strong enough to bring results. Another faith building DVD is titled La Guérison d'Etiel Dossou. This DVD is in French because the speaker was giving the testimony in person, and it's the story of a young man that was so sick he was given up for dead or to die, and then he started to be healed. He was able to sit in a wheelchair, and from then to faith in Jesus Christ, he was able to one day stand up, and today he is a very dynamic servant of God. This testimony is very touching on several levels, and you will be blessed by having it. To make this fantastic testimony in French available to the English world, we have dubbed the voice of Pastor Etiel, and then you can get some of the flavor of what has happened to him. He is now a very powerful preacher, and he also is a man of faith that when he prays, miracles happen. So we have included in this DVD a prayer by Pastor Dossou for all those who are watching the DVD and all those who join their faith to his faith, so that they will obtain the answer to their prayer, either healing, deliverance, or whatever. So be blessed and enjoy. Another DVD is titled Miracle accompli par la foi en Jésus-Christ, and it relates the events in the life of Pastor Jean-Baptiste Moulaka. He is the one that was dead almost 14 hours, and that while he was dead went to heaven. and was sent back to earth to preach. He has a very large church, and during his life he has seen many outstanding miracles, from healing, from raising the dead, from talking to Jesus. Jesus appeared to him several times. We have some interaction with devil worshippers, and so it's a whole range of spiritual experiences showing that Jesus is Lord, that Jesus is bigger and stronger than anything that can arise. And so as you listen to the stories, you will learn, you will grow, and you will be thrilled at God's revelation in the life of Pastor Molaka. Another DVD that you absolutely must have is titled A Glimpse of Eternity, The Lazarus Phenomenon. It has 3 main sections in it. The first one talks about the death of Lazarus and the rich man when Lazarus went to the bosom of Abraham, and it is played with some very talented actors. The second part is the story of Pastor Daniel Ekechukwu that was in a car crash, and he died on the way to the hospital in the ambulance. They had his death certificate, and they sent him to the morgue, where the mortician actually injected him with chemicals. Now, 3 days later, his wife decided to bring the body to a church service by Reinhard Bonnke, the famous German evangelist. And during that service, he started to move, and he was totally back as the cameras were rolling. So we have a record, a visual record of his coming back to life in that church tape. But then after that, they made the whole story into a beautifully made movie with also talented actors that conveyed the full message. You really must see this. A third part of the DVD is the story of an evangelist from Australia or New Zealand, I think, Ian McCormack. As a young man, he was swimming, and he was stung many times by deadly jellyfish. Only one sting is enough to kill you, and he was stung several times. And he died in the hospital. He saw his soul leave his body. But fortunately, he was able to contact Jesus, and he was sent back. All true stories, with many doctors giving testimony